Hello, everyone. I just wanted to say that I am so proud of you guys for graduating, and I am so terribly sad that you are, but you have left such a grand mark on Lab Rats and MSU and Theater MSU as well. But you've just left such a legacy, and you've done such a great job, and I am so, so proud of you, although I am so, so sad that you guys are leaving.
Hey guys, so I'm not that great at talking about my feelings. So I made a sign. It says, "Wow, this guy sure does love our graduating seniors, especially Donnie."
To the graduating seniors, thank you so much for being some of the first friends I had when I came to Mississippi State. I already lived here in Starkville, so I knew I was gonna have some friends, but Lab Rats is where I found the first people who I really wanted to see every day and who I was excited to become more of myself with. And I'm so happy that these seniors were some of the people who set up the environment where I could do that.
JR, thank you for not making me feel alone in the group. We have a certain trait in common, and when I saw you, I was like, oh, cool, I'm not the only one. And it was great getting to do scenes with you. Any scene that I did with you was always an amazing scene, and I had so much fun doing it the entire time.
JR, my Lab Rat's boyfriend, my love of my life. You are my favorite person in the world. I remember very vividly that one Valentine's show where I spent $20 in raffle tickets so that I could get a chance to kiss you. And I kissed you twice, and it was worth both times. And I'm very happy to have been great friends with you during Lab Rats. And after you graduate, I know for certain we will stay in touch, and we will continue to be great friends.
JR, I met you this year, and I don't know, I hit it off immediately, man. You got me into Lab Rats. I mean, I did my audition scene with you, and you helped me be funnier because you were funny. And even though we haven't spent a lot of time together, I'm really glad for the time that we have spent. You feel like a very good friend. And I know that one day I will see you in a Walmart at age 50, and I'll be like, that's the guy. That's JR, and you'll do the same.
JR is someone who doesn't even give you the chance to get worried about talking to him. Because before you're even letting yourself overthink anything, he's already talking to you and he's already doing something fun with you and making you feel like he's happy that you're there. I can't even count how many times that I've walked into a room that he was in and I just saw him set his sights on me, and immediately an interaction that I'm so happy I had began. And I think that's such a wonderful thing to have, to be able to put people at ease, to let them release themselves of their inhibitions and just have a nice time. And I've never seen anything but kindness and a want for happiness around him.
JR and I didn't really get close until this semester, which I really regret because we've become such close friends in such a short amount of time. Whenever I first joined Lab Rats, he really was always so kind to me, even though we didn't really know each other that much. And I was super nervous when I first joined, obviously, because it's a lot of people who I really look up to and I think are really funny. And it was really nice to have someone who's a senior, be really nice to you. JR has really supported me a lot this semester, just academically, because we both are STEM majors and it can be really difficult. And whenever I felt stupid, he always was there for me and told me that was gonna be okay, and he was always right. And he's just been such a wonderful friend to me and always lifted me up and supported me. And I'm really sad that he's gonna be graduating, even though he's literally moving to my hometown, so I don't know why I'm so upset. But he's just so wonderful, and it's been such an honor to be able to collaborate on this sketch with him just because he is like so amazing. Even just at Improv, I've always thought that he was like the best of the best, like at everything. And he's someone that I really look up to. And whenever I feel myself like struggling in school or struggling in improv, I always think of him and think if JR can do it, you can do it too.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on Donnie. Donnie, you son of a bitch. Don't graduate. No, I'm like, actually, I'm gutted about Donnie leaving. I don't want it to happen. Like, I told my mom about Donnie, dude, and even my mom thinks Donnie is awesome. Like, I don't know. I look up to him so much.
For Donnie, I had such a blast working backstage with you during All American Boys. It meant a lot that you picked me for technical director, and it means a lot that you think that I can fill that role because I see how much you do, and it is incredible.
Donnie, you're probably the best technical director in the world, over anyone. You single-handedly kept this troupe alive during our COVID phase. You've done so much for this troupe, and we will probably never be able to repay you for that. So, just know, even after you graduate, we all love you and thank you for your service.
One of my favorite things to do is make Donnie laugh, because if you've ever experienced that man laugh, it is contagious and it is the silliest thing ever, and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna miss that a lot, and I'm really upset that I couldn't have worked under you more, Donnie, because you are my role model, and I want to be just like Donnie Andrade when I grow up.
Thomas, I see you there, little guy, running off to go do accountancy. Why'd you pick that? Doesn't matter. It's okay. You're gonna be my bank. You're gonna fund all our future activities. So I thank you for your sacrifice.
I remember when Thomas was just the head of a massive lion, and I was his two front legs. Thomas, you have taught me so much ever since I came into Mississippi State. You're one of the first friends I've ever made, and I've always looked up to you, and I always saw you as just an older brother, and I just need to know I'm gonna miss you so much. And I know you're only going to Jackson, you're only gonna be 2 hours away, but 2 hours away feels like a lot.
I think Thomas single-handedly raised my expectations for men as far as how kind they can be and how loving and sweet and just, you name it, Thomas McBride has it.
Thomas McBride. I would not be involved in theater or Lab Rats if it weren't for you. You took a wild risk when you were directing Red. You had a two-man cast, and you casted me as one of them, the guy who hadn't done a play since 7th grade. And I'd say that was a pretty big risk, and I'm thankful that you took it because you got me involved here in the theater program. And then after that, you just kept telling me, hey, you're auditioning for Lab Rats. I was like, I don't want to do that. You're like, no, you're going to audition for Lab Rats. I'm like, okay, Thomas, I'll do what you say. I'll audition for Lab Rats. And lo and behold, I made it. And it's probably been one of the most fun things that I've done here at the school.
I don't know if Thomas is aware of this, but he was actively courted by Lab Rats. When we noticed him at one of the theater meet and greets, all of the rats who were there kind of collectively were like, yeah, we need to make sure this guy auditions. And that's probably one of the best decisions we made back in the day. Having been here for so long, and now coming back, I can feel a difference. And I can't help but feel a large part of that comes from Thomas and from the example that he sets for those who come after him.
You are like a big brother to me, Thomas, and I love you and I respect you. You're an excellent leader. You've been the best short form director, and I can only hope to one day be as good as you are, because you just make it look so easy. And I'm really scared because I have some really, really big shoes to fill now. that you're gone and you're leaving, and I can only hope to be as good as a leader as you are.
Hold on, I have a little written. Thomas McBride is like my rock in Lab Rats. He always believed in me when no one else did. I almost quit Lab Rats earlier this semester because I just thought I sucked and I didn't deserve to be in there. And one night we were at his apartment and I sat down with him and he just told me that I didn't need to think those things and I was good. And I really do thank him for being the reason that I didn't leave the troupe. I remember he told me that for him, improv was a way to just shut his mind off. And it took me a while to understand where he was coming from, but I get that now. Thomas has always stuck up for me. He's kind of been my voice, and he's always fought for me. He's done a lot for me that I obviously can't get into, but it means so much that someone would sacrifice so much of their own time just to make sure that I was okay. He's been an amazing short form director, but even more than that, he's been an amazing friend. In my early days of Lab Rats, when I didn't know anybody, and he was the only person I knew, he always made sure to include me in the conversations and make sure I was okay. And he just has a way of knowing when you're not okay, and he'll pull you aside and he'll make sure that everything's fine, and he'll do everything he can for you, and he really is like my older brother. I'm gonna miss him a lot.
If I could tell Thomas one thing, it would be that everyone who's ever met you believes in you. There's not a single doubt in anyone's mind that you can't accomplish everything that you want to, and that the things you dream about are not attainable, because they are, because you're you, and because you do the things that you do. And no matter how much you change, you're always going to be that person who inspired everyone around you and showed them that you're worth believing in.
I love you guys. You can catch me on the parking lot, and I can give each of you a kiss, open mouth kiss, anytime. I love you so much. Oh my God, so much.
Overall, I am so happy y'all are part of Lab Rats. I am very, very proud of you, like I said. I've loved all the comedy y'all have done. You are all so genuinely funny, and I hope that y'all continue that, even if you don't go on into the entertainment industry. I hope you find that piece of comedy in every day of life.
I love each and every one of you guys, and I hope that you come back, and you please come, and you don't forget your fellow Lab Rats from back when you did college improv. Because although it may be fleeting in the long run, it's very important to everyone here now, and we love each other. At the end of the day, it's more than just doing improv with one another. We're family, and family means a lot.